The record button now. Okay, so what we're going to cover today, everybody, is just these 4 special features here. So these advanced features. So I want to have a look at uploading contact, invite account friends, find targeted walls, and join targeted walls. Okay, so first of all, let's just go through. Has anybody got any questions that they wanted to have a look at quickly first? Otherwise, ask me questions along the way, and then we'll do the usual question and answer session at the end. Okay, Dave's got a question. Okay, Dave says, I'm having trouble with the captcha. Okay, what is it that you're having trouble with? It might be better to speak directly with the support staff with that because they do deal directly with that. But what's your... yeah, if you chat with the support staff, because that's actually a live service that they have to provide. So it might be different from case to case, whether you're using a particular account or the way you set it up on your software as well. So it might be just better to speak to them directly, Dave, with that. Richard has said the last webinar is not available. I'll just have a look in the members area. So you're talking about, I'll have a look, I think. Methods for finding people, finding targeted people. Okay, so it looks like there's a problem with the uploading of that. So I'll have to have a look at that, Richard, and make sure that's working today. I may have to upload it again. Maybe a problem with the way that I uploaded it. But I'll make sure that's working over the next 24 hours. Okay, Richard? Okay, yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Richard. It does say this video has been removed because it's too long. It may be because I'm using a different account to upload the video, so I'll make sure I either sort that account out or put it on a new account. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the functions. This isn't going to take too long, guys. So they're fairly straightforward functions, but I don't think a lot of people are actually using them. They're not 100% necessary to use, but they are very useful once you understand them. Now, I've done training on most of the advanced features here. So what I thought I would do is I'd start from the back, start from the bottom, and go back up through them. I'm not going to do preferences because we can have a quick look at that. But you've got your captcha there, Dave. So you can, obviously you would know about that. But yeah, it's going to be different for every person who puts those details in there. Okay, but for these preferences, you can usually use them at the default settings, keep them at the default settings. I'll just quickly have a look at them with you. So the connection timeout range, which is the first one on the Facebook settings or preferences, is 60 seconds. So if there's an internet problem or a connection problem with Facebook or connecting with a particular account, the software will try for 60 seconds to connect to that. If it still has troubles, then it'll report an error, so it'll time out. Okay, so if it's an HTTP read timeout, meaning connection with the website, it'll be 120 seconds. It'll retry until it for 120 seconds until it, if it still doesn't connect within that time, then it'll time out. Either there's something wrong with your computer, or something wrong with the internet connection, or something wrong with the pages that you're looking at, or the pages that you put into the software. Okay, HTTP failed retry. Okay, now keep this at a low number, so it's at 3 at the moment. So it'll only retry to connect, 3 times at a time. So once you set the software off and running, it'll only try 3 times to do that. Okay, the request global interval is at 5 seconds. The console buffer size, just keep that as it is. You don't need to change either of these. They're good as they are. Okay, now leave all of this here as well, because if you change any of these settings and you have a problem, okay, what you normally want to do is just copy that error or that log message from the console and paste it into an email or the chat box for the support staff. If you untick any of these boxes, it's not going to give you that error message. Okay, so make sure you keep those in there. So that's the print information log message in the console view. So that's the console down here for those of you who don't know. Okay, so Facebook products console. You can see that just there. So everything that gets printed in here is what is actually going on with the software. Okay, so print warning log messages in the console view. We obviously want to see the warning messages there so we know what's going on. Print the error message in the console, so obviously want to see those there as well. Okay, bypass easy login problems automatically while logging accounts. Okay, so if it's not requesting a capture or a phone re-verification, it's automatically going to run a bypass login function. Okay, but it's not going to go do the advanced ones without your permission. Okay, now auto re-verify phone verified accounts. If it's got a phone number attached to the account, and that phone number is within the software, then it's actually going to automatically re-verify that account if this box is ticked here. But again, keep them all ticked. Okay, and then check account information when check account information automatically when job is finished. Okay, so after a job is completed, so say you go and accept friend requests to your account. After that, after it's gone through and accepted all the friend requests for that account, it's going to go back through and re-verify or check the account information of that account. And then in the manage accounts console, you'll be able to see, in the manage accounts page, you'll be able to see that account has now got the new friends that it's just accepted. Okay, and then also here you can save the log information in all accounts. Just you can choose where that's saved. So I always just save that to my desktop. Okay, you don't have to worry about anything else there. Okay, so the first one, we're going to look at join targeted walls today. We're going to look at find targeted walls, invite account friends, and upload contact. Okay, so first of all, what I might do is we'll use this find targeted walls function. Okay, and then we will go to join targeted walls. Okay, because those two work together. So if I go to find targeted walls, what this actually does is we can use keywords to actually find targeted, niche-specific walls on Facebook. Okay, so we'll all use all accounts in all campaigns. Okay, so instead of going out and manually finding the walls myself, I can just use the software. It's going to go out and find pages and groups that are keyword specific for my niche. So we'll start with, we'll do a page and then we'll do a group. So has anybody got any niches that they would like to have a look at? So this is kind of a bit, a more efficient way or faster way, or just using the software rather than going and finding the targeted pages yourself. But this is, very fast and efficient way of doing it. Okay, one thing to point out though, sometimes it's not going to be as targeted as you manually going and finding the pages yourself. Okay, the reason being is, say I'm looking at. It's going to be looking at the keywords in the page. Okay, so if I look at, say I'm looking up, healthy eating as an example. Okay, so healthy eating is a fairly specific keyword. Most, most people who have that in their pages, the pages are going to be about healthy eating. Okay, but say, I'll try and think of an easier example actually. So say I searched dogs, so I want pages just to do with dogs. Okay, if I put in the keyword dog, okay, it's going to bring me pages to do with dogs, but there may be other pages out there that have got dog in their name or in their keyword that the pages is not specifically for dogs. Okay, so say, there's a company called, Dog Bone Restaurant or something like that. It's going to actually go and collect that page as well because it's got dog in the name. So you need kind of specific keywords when you're doing this. Okay, so does everybody understand that? Okay, great. All right, so what we'll look at, I think we're doing the golf niche the other week, so let's try that again. So I was having trouble trying to find pages to do with golf, so let's do that. Okay, so all I'm doing is replacing the keyword with golf. Okay, so that's looking for pages. Next one is going to look for groups. And instead of having Twitter there, we're just going to type golf. Okay, what we might also do as well is include golfing. Okay, so now we've got golf. So we're searching for pages called golf, or that have got golf as the keyword. Okay, we're searching for groups that have got golf as the keyword. We're searching for pages that are for pages that have got golfing as the keyword, and groups that have got golfing as the keyword. Okay, so you can see we're targeting those pages and groups there. Okay, the next option we have is we can choose pages or groups with at least any of these options. So at least 10 members, at least 50 members or fans, at least 100 members or fans, at least 500 members or fans, up to 1 million members or fans. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it low, keep it at 500 because everybody, obviously all of these pages are going to count to us anyway. So let's set it at that. I'm just going to save it to the desktop. I'm just going to call it walls. It's going to be a text file. And let's just go and find, let's go and find between 10 and, well, let's go and find between, say, 20 and 25 walls. And we'll just put that a bit lower. So we're going to be finding between 20 and 25 walls or pages or groups. The interval between the finding is going to be 1 to 2 seconds. I'm going to set the priority to 10. Start it now, don't repeat and run it only once. Okay, so it's finding walls now. Okay, so it's just logged into the accounts that it's going to be using. And it's gone and found a whole heap of walls now. So look at this. You can see the actual URL of the pages that it's found. Okay, so we had this problem last time as well, remember? So we have this page here, which is actually, we'll go back and have a look at it once the document is created, but this one's actually Volkswagen Golf. So that's the car company. Okay, so there's a bunch of groups and, yeah, so there's a few there that are coming through. Golf GTI. Okay, and what we're targeting is golf, the sport. So that's the issue that we've got, with this specific niche. So what we'd have to go and do is, go through and target the ones and make sure that we have got ones that are to do with golfing. Okay, so I think that's finished now. So it's found between 20 and 25 pages. Oh, there's more coming through. Golfing World, golfing, golf fanatics. So these are all different pages that are coming through. So you can see there are quite a lot of pages to do with actually just golfing and golf. So what I might do now is just stop that because we've obviously found enough pages to do the demonstration. I'll just stop each of these. So these are all the different accounts that it's logged into to actually do the search. So you remember I said that I wanted to use 10 accounts. So I set the priority to 10. It's using 10 accounts to run this operation. Okay, so now what we've got is we've got this text file here. So you can see it's quickly found all these pages with keywords that are to do with golf. Okay, so let's have a look at some of them. I'll just try and make them a bit bigger. Okay, so I was doing dogs before, so I'll just delete those ones at the top. I think it was probably to about there on it. To there. Okay, so you can see this first one here is a page to do with golf. You can see the second one is actually golf, so Volkswagen. So that's obviously a page we're not going to want. You can see this one, VW Golf Club. So that's actually to do with Volkswagen again. We're not going to want that one. Okay, Golf Now sounds like it's a golfing company. Golf MK2. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it's either to do with the car or to do with golfing. Maybe it's a company as well. The Golf Channel. That's obviously to do with golfing. Golf Teaching Professionals. That's golfing. Now these are all groups to do with golfing. We can go and have a look at those as well. Golf Club Romania. That's obviously a golfing company. Okay, Ping Golf Fans, Golfsmith, Nike Golf. Okay, TaylorMade Golf. Okay, Golf It to Costa Rica. That's obviously people who are interested in golf. Golf Ball King.com. So I imagine that's probably a golfing, some kind of competition. Okay, then we've got a bunch of groups here as well. We go back down here, we've got pages, World Golf Tour, Cleveland Golf. Okay, Golf Digest Mag. Okay, so you can see the kind of results it's coming back with. You see how very quickly you can, find a bunch of pages. Obviously, we're having an issue here with golf, the Volkswagen car, and golfing, the sport. But in a lot of different, niches, you're not going to have that issue. Okay, Dave's just asked, can I search by typing specific URLs? You don't. If you're typing specific URLs, you're not needing to do the search, Dave. So what I want to do with these URLs now is use the next feature, which is I can use the join targeted walls feature. Or if I was finding people, what I can do is simply grab that text file, copy all of those, and now put them straight into there. Okay. And that's actually going to go through all of those walls, all those groups and pages, going to go through and find people from those groups and pages. Okay, so that's the advantage of it. I can quickly go and find a bunch of different groups and pages that, keyword specific, that I can put in and I can target to market to. Okay, Richard just asked a good question. If there are two keywords, e.g. weight loss, does it search for each individually? No, it doesn't. What you need to do, if I was searching for weight loss, I would go to find targeted walls. Okay, I'll delete these ones out of there now. But all I would do is if I was looking at pages, all I would do is type in weight space loss, and it's going to look at that as a keyword, okay, with the space in there. So it's going to look at the content on the pages, it's going to look at the URL and the name of the pages, and then just put that in like that. Okay, and then Dave's asked, or can I load in a list of URLs and so the same thing? It's exactly the same thing. So you saw I've created a list of URLs. Okay, I can put all of those, even if they've only got 50 people that like each page. You know, I've quickly created a big group of pages that I can simply just go straight into finding people and just paste them straight in there and press OK, and it'll start scraping through those pages and finding people. Okay, so that's the benefit of that particular function. Now, the next thing that I wanted to show you is actually the join targeted walls. Okay, so what this is going to do, if I used one account to do this, I'd go to join targeted walls. Now, I've just scraped a bunch of golfing, URLs, golfing pages. So I'm going to use these ones. Okay, now that's made up of groups and Facebook walls. Okay, now the thing is with Facebook, now some groups are closed. If they're closed, you have to become a member of the group to be able to post on the wall. Okay, now the benefit of posting on a wall, on a group's wall or a page's wall, is that, if there's 10,000 people in that group, 10,000 people are going to see it. Okay, if there's 1 million people on a page, potentially 1 million people are going to see that. Okay, so that's the benefit of posting on groups and pages walls. Now, yeah, as I said, some of the pages and some of the groups are closed, so you actually have to join the group or the page or like the page before your post will go on the wall. With pages, it's a little bit different. Okay, if it's a big page, then the page has usually got an admin, okay, and they have to accept the post onto their wall. Okay, but if it's a smaller page, maybe it's got 500 people, you might be able to get your post on there straight away. Okay, so what I want to do is just simply get all those pages and groups that I just scraped and just paste them all in there. Okay, now those are the walls of all of the groups and pages that we just got for golfing. Okay, it doesn't matter too much about the spaces being in there. Okay, but if I hit format, you can see here also I can put the wall. I can put the specific group Facebook ID or the page's wall URL. But because I'm just copying and pasting straight on there, it's not necessary. Okay, so with this, I might want to just use one account. Okay, so just use any one of my accounts and just say join, a random number between, I don't know, we'll say 20 to 30 walls. Wait a random number between 3 and 30 seconds. Put the priority as 1. Start it now, don't repeat, and run it only once. So this one account is going to go in like all of the, between 20 and 30 pages, or join between 20 and 30 groups. Okay, and then what I can do later is actually use the post on wall function. Okay, so that's going to allow us to go and post on these walls. So maybe I'll join the wall, the group now, like the pages now. Okay, in 2 days' time, I can come back and post on that group's wall. okay, or attempt to post on the walls with the same function, with the same pages, and then we potentially get our message out there and hopefully get some viral feedback or viral sharing going along with it. Okay, Dave's just asked the question, how many can I post on before I get stuck with getting flagged? It depends how many accounts you're using. So I'm just using one account at the moment, but I'm happy to go and like and join about between 20 and 30 groups. Make sure you put the interval up. So even put this up between 10 and 30 seconds, or even longer than that. Put it up to a minute. Okay, so that way it's not joining. So that it'll probably take about 20 minutes for me to go through 20 to 30 groups and pages. But I could potentially send a lot of messages and get a lot of traffic with this particular function. Okay, Richard has asked, can you use join targeted walls to join closed groups? Yeah, that's correct, Richard. Okay, so you can use this function to join closed groups. So it's going to send the request out, and then they will respond hopefully within the next day or two, and then we're part of that group. Okay, Dave just said, I made my first $50 sale by posting on walls. Yeah, so this is one of the best ways to do it. It gets out there a lot further. You're not worrying too much about sending too many messages to too many different accounts, and everybody sees it as well. So that it is one of the best methods to actually use. Okay, then all I would do, set the priority to 1, schedule it to start now, don't repeat, run it only once. And just remember which account you use, because you want to use that account again to actually to send the message, to post on the walls later on. Okay, so what I might use is just B1 here, press OK. It's going to log into the account, and it's going to start liking the pages and joining the groups. Okay, so does anybody have any questions about that? I'm not going to run through the entire operation because it will take between 20 and 30 minutes. So I'll stop it now, but I want everybody to give it a go, and you can see the power and potential there. Okay, so it just told us that there's 125 targeted walls to join. Okay, it's just logged into the account, so it's going to wait between 30 and so it's joined one wall now. You can see that there. Okay, so it might take a minute to join the next one. So I'm going to stop that now and just go on to the next one. Okay, so yeah, does anybody have any questions regarding that? And does everybody understand the potential of that? Okay, cool. Okay, so the next thing I could do, so the following step, maybe in 2 days' time, next thing I might want to do is post wall updates and then put those targeted walls straight in there. Use the same account, so I used B1. I'll get my walls again. So all of these. Now post these straight in there. Now I've got those exact same walls in there. So this is 2 days later now. Okay. I want to, put my message in here. Post a random number between the same number, so 20 to 30. And then that's going to go and, well, there was 125 walls in that in that text file, so I'd want to limit it to say 20 or 30. But yeah, this way it's going to actually target the same walls. So we've already joined the walls, or we've already liked the pages before we actually send a message. Okay, so that's the potential that you actually have with this. Okay, so you'd use that post wall updates function next, put the same walls in there, and then put your message in there. Okay, it's going to go and target the same walls that we just went and liked or joined. Okay, Richard has said, should all accounts join walls and post to walls, or just the AAA account? With doing something like that, Richard, what I might do is actually, I'll show you. So say I use the B1 account and I joined these walls with the B1 account. Okay, I'll save that file as B1, so I know that those ones are the ones I joined with my B1 account. Okay, so I know that those ones are the ones I'm going to target or message or post on their walls with my B1 account, because you want to use the same account to do it. Okay, and then what I might do is go and find another 20 to 30 pages and use my B2 account. Okay, now don't use your AAA account. Okay, use your AAA account to message people or target big pages or big groups. But just use a small, A1 or A2, or just even create an account that you can just specifically do this with, because this is a little bit different, but it is very effective. Okay, but just use one account at a time. Don't use all of your accounts to go and like and join groups. Just use one account to do 20, use another account to do 20, use another account to do 20. Okay, so next thing we're going to look at is invite account friends. Okay, now the purpose for this particular okay, Richard, sorry, I'll just finish Richard's question. So Richard has said, but we must avoid duplicates. It doesn't matter if two of your accounts like the same page or if two of your accounts join the same group. Okay, you can get all of your accounts to like, one page or join one group. Okay, but just for marketing purposes, it's more efficient if one of your pages likes 20 pages and groups, and another page likes 20 pages and groups, and then posts on those 20 each. Okay, as opposed to having 100 accounts like 20 pages and groups, and then having 100 accounts posting on those 20 pages or groups, because you want to get your message out there as far as possible. Okay, if you're using all your accounts to post on 20 pages or groups, then you instead of targeting a lot of pages and groups, you're only limiting yourself to 20 when you could be doing 20 per account. Do you understand that, Richard? So yeah, so say you've got the beginner account package. If you've got 60 accounts in that account package, and I use all 60 of those accounts to go and target and post on the walls of 20 pages and groups, then what I'm going to have is I'm going to have 60 of the same messages going to each of those pages and groups walls. Okay? So rather than having six, and that's considered spamming. At that point, it's considered spamming. Okay? Because I've got 60 of my accounts all targeting one page with the same message. Okay? If I have one of those accounts targeting 20 pages, those same 20 pages, So say it's my A1 account. I can use that one account to do 20 messages. So one message per page and group. Okay, and it's not considered spamming, and it's having the same effect. Everybody's going to see the message. Okay, then I use my A2 account to target another 20 pages. So it's just going to be one message or one post on each of those pages and groups from that A2 account, as opposed to 60 posts on one page or group. So just do start off. Don't just do 10 pages per account. Okay. So get your A1 account, or even create a new account. Okay, and then go and find, go and scrape. Let's do it now. Let's go find targeted walls. Okay, stick with golfing. Okay, say I have 5 accounts. Let's get 50. Let's get 50 pages. Okay, so put it at 50 to 50. Okay, and then put that just as all accounts and all campaigns. Set the priority to 10. Start it now. Don't repeat. Run it only once. Okay, now what we're going to do, say I have 5 accounts. I want to go and find 50 groups and pages. Press OK. It's going to run the function. I'm going to have 50 groups and pages. Excuse me. I'm going to have 50 groups or pages. And then I'm going to have 5 accounts that I'm going to message. I'm going to split that up. So I'll get a text document just like the one we've been using. Where is it? Okay, so I'll get a text document like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say with the first account, I'm going to message the first 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so first 10 I'm going to message. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these ones out. Okay, and that's going to be my B1 walls. Okay, now I'm going to create a new one. Paste in those. Now I'm going to get the first 10 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so take everything else below that. This is going to be called file save as. Save. Desktop. So B2 walls. Okay, get a new one. Paste those other ones in there. Now get the first 10 again. Cut these ones out. And then save this as B3. Now it might be A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing there. So they're all saved on the desktop. Okay, save those on the desktop. Now I'm not going to keep going through the rest of them, but you can see them all saved here. So I've got B1, B2, and I've got B3. Okay, the next step is to use this function. Okay, so say we started today, so it's Tuesday here in Australia. I'm going to go and join those targeted walls. So I'm going to use B1 to actually join the walls in the B1 text file. So that's just 10 walls to join. Okay, so I'm just going to copy those, Command A, Command T, paste those in there, press OK. So it's only going to join between, so we'll just put it at 10 and 10. Press OK. So it's going to go ahead and join those walls. Okay, now I'm going to do that the same with B2. So I've got my B2 account, which is here. Now I'm going to go and join the B2 walls with this account. So the ones that I just put in B2, put those in there. Press OK. Now it's going to start using B2 to join those walls. Okay, now I'm going to join targeted walls with B3. So I've got B3 there. Now I'm going to use the B3 text file and join those targeted walls with that one. Paste that in there, press OK. Now it's going to go ahead and it's going to join each of those. So B1 is going to be joining the first 10. So B1's joining those ones, B2's joining these ones, B3's joining these ones. Okay, and you can see it's joining there now. The next step, so I'll just cancel those. Now in 2 days' time, hopefully that all those have been processed and we've joined those targeted walls. Next thing I want to do is send traffic. So what I'll do is I'll use post wall updates. Now I'm going to use B1. So this is 2 days from now. I'm going to use B1 and I'm going to go and get this this B1 text file here. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to use so I'll start it. So send traffic, post wall update. I'm going to put all of B1 walls in there. Okay, then use B1, all accounts in B1 to target those walls. Okay, and we're going to stop at a random number between 10 and 12 posts, 12 updates. Then I'm going to put my message in here. I'm going to press OK, and then it's going to go ahead and do that. Okay, now I'll do the same thing with B2. Okay, so where's my B2 is there. Then I'm going to get my B2 walls. I'm going to copy them. I'm going to put them straight in there and do exactly the same thing. And then do it for B3 as well. Okay, so you can see I'm targeting each of those walls with each of those accounts. Okay, I'm not overlapping. I'm sending one message to each of the walls, so it's going to post on the wall, and that way, we get the maximum coverage of our message. Okay, so that's really an effective way to market. It's something that you can just do on the side. It is very effective. If we go and have a look at some of these walls, potentially they have a lot of people on them. So let's just have a look quickly. Okay, so this is just the first one here. So if I go to B1, so just that first wall there, we go and have a look at that. It's got what has it got? So 7,836,000 people who like that page. Okay, so that's a lot of coverage. If we get a message on that wall, that's a lot of people to have a look at it. Okay, next one we'll have a look at. Let's have a look at this one. This one's got 20,000. Okay, so this is a Volkswagen page, so it's not going to be much use for us to post on that page. But obviously you want to have a quick look through the pages and make sure that you are targeting the right ones. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Okay, so this is the golfing channel. So this has got 300,000 people who like this. So it's a very substantial page as well. Okay, so you can see the potential there. There's a lot of potential to message or post a message on these pages. And what will actually happen is your message will come up on the page like this. Okay, so just like a post like that. Okay, Iqbal has said, so these B accounts will have to follow another 30 days plan. So I've just called these B accounts. So I was just showing, I think last time I was showing how you can actually use, how you can set up different campaigns. So if you have a look at this, I've got my A accounts, but I also set up a B campaign. So I've got B1, B2, B2, B3, B3, B4, double B1, double B2, double B3, and my triple B there. So you can see those are the ones that I was just using for this. I've got my A accounts in here as well. Okay, but you can just change the name of these accounts, to whatever you want. Okay, but I just split them up. I've got my A campaign and I've got my B campaign there as well. So yeah, if I was doing the 30-day action plan with the B accounts, that's exactly how I'd do it. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to show you was invite account friends. Okay, now say I created a page for, for my business, or okay, so let's start from the start. So say I did the 30-day action plan. Okay, I've got a bunch of people on my AAA account and all my other accounts as well. Okay, then I go and create a Facebook page. I can actually just create a page or a group or an event. I can put it into the software. Okay, and then I can use my account to actually invite all of those people that are friends with my accounts to that page. Okay, I just have to put the page URL in there. So say I created one of these pages here. I'll get my page URL, just go into here, put the page in there, press OK, and then that's all you have to do. Press OK after that, and then you're sending messages to all these people. Well, you're not sending messages; you're actually sending them an invite to your page as well, or your group or your event. Okay, so you're actually inviting them to like your page, join your group, or join your event. So that's fairly straightforward, that one. Okay, David said, do we need different proxies for the it's for the B accounts and then for the A accounts and then the B accounts? You can use the same proxies. I've just mixed my accounts up a little bit. You can see that I've used proxies for some of them. I'll just show you quickly now. I think I've got some proxies in here. So I've got all these proxies here. What I might do is assign proxies to accounts. Okay, also I'll use this reuse proxies. Okay, now we go to manage accounts. All my accounts have got a proxy now. So it's just gone through and assigned each of those. So I think there was about 21 proxies. I've got 65 accounts. So there's roughly 3 accounts per proxy. Okay, if I order by proxy host, you're going to see there's the 3 accounts per proxy basically. Okay, so that's exactly what it is. Okay, so with invite account friends, if you've got an existing page, group, or event, all you have to do is go to put your page, your group, or event URL into this section here. Press OK. Okay, now choose the account that you want to use to send the invitation. Put your little message in here. Put the priority as 1. Start it now, don't repeat, run it only once, press OK, and then it's going to go and send that invitation out. Does anybody have any questions about that? Okay, Richard's got a good question. Can you do all 5,000 in one go or in batches of 100? If you're using multiple accounts, you can do more, but I wouldn't do 5,000 in one go, Richard. Okay, so if I had 60 accounts, start off by doing 600 per day. Okay, but the good thing about this is you can get all the people who your accounts are friends with onto a page, and that further qualifies people, because if that page is niche specific, they get the invite, they either like the page or they don't. Then you're posting up information about your niche or your products on that page. You're basically hitting them from another angle. Okay, so it's a really effective way to to target people for marketing as well. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about today was this particular function here. So this last advanced feature here, which is called upload contact. Okay, so I don't think many people would know what this one's actually for. But say you've got a big email list. Okay, let's just do an example. You might have a big email list that you... I'll just start a new text file. So say I've got a text file. It's just got a bunch of emails on there. So Greg at... So I'm just making these out now. Okay, I could have, 1,000 different emails on here. Okay, so a bunch of different emails. Now I'll save this as a file. So when you're doing this function, you have to make sure that each email, same with when you're doing, the walls or scraping Facebook IDs or anything. If you're creating a text file, the software requires it to each email to be on a new line. Same with the walls or the pages or groups. Each URL needs to be on a new line. Okay, so I'm just going to save that now as emails. So I'll just save it to my desktop. So emails. Okay, now what I can do, now I'm not sure, but a lot of these people may have a Facebook account, they may not. Another thing is maybe they have this email connected to their Facebook account, maybe they don't. Okay, but if I've got an email list of, say 1,000 people, chances are, 80% of them are going to have that email, if it's their primary email, that email connected to their Facebook account. What I can actually do is use, just close all that, use this upload contact, okay, browse to the specific, to the email list that I've just created, okay, and use just one account, so say my B1 account again, and then just put that down because there's only about 5 in there at the moment. So stop at random interval between 3 and 5. And what it'll do is it'll actually go onto Facebook. It'll find out whether these people have a Facebook account that's connected to that email. Okay, and then it'll go and send them a friend request. Okay, so the benefit here is you can turn an email list into an actual Facebook friend. Okay, so that way you may be sending the message from your autoresponder, or maybe you've got another business or a website that's actually generating a lot of email leads. You can feed those email leads back into Commission King, and if you haven't got them as a friend on Facebook, or if you want to invite them to an event, or if you want to invite them to like your page or your business, you can actually do so through this function here. Okay, so basically it's going out and taking people from the non-social media side of things and putting them through to the social media side of things, so through Facebook, okay, and connecting with them through that means, okay, which is generally a lot more effective than just sending emails, which just go into spam boxes a lot of the time. Okay, then I'll just press OK. Now I know that none of those emails are going to work because I just created them then, but you understand the what you actually can do with this. Okay, so Steve has said, I have a list of 10,000 emails. How many accounts should I use? What I would do is I would, feed them in slowly. I wouldn't feed them in 10,000 at a time. So say I created a business or a website where I'm creating 10 or say 10 email leads a day. I would feed those 10 email leads a day into the software, okay, and become friends with them through that way, or invite them to things through that way. Okay, I wouldn't all of a sudden take 10,000 emails and put them straight through. If I had 100 accounts, I would do 10 per day per account. You'd kind of do it the same as if you're adding friends. Okay, you don't want to push that limit too much because you're still using the function to add the friends. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay, so this will actually go through Facebook. It'll look at their emails. It'll find their Facebook ID, and then it'll go and add them as a friend. So that's been quite a so that's been quite a useful function for me, because initially, before I started using Facebook, I was right into email marketing, and converting those email leads into a Facebook lead is something that I was wanting to do, and that's why we created this function so that I could do that. Okay, so Jackie says, yes, thank you, useful. Okay, so that's basically what I wanted to show you guys today. Has anybody got any questions about that? I'm going to convert this webinar and upload it. Richard's got a question. Okay, Richard's asked, I have a general question about friends. When the AAA account reaches 5,000 friends, do you stop adding friends to A and AA accounts? Richard, if my AAA account reaches 5,000 friends, what I do is I go to the closest account. So it'll be one of your AA accounts. See which one's got the most amount of friends on it. Okay, then I would change that to my new AAA account. I would keep my old AAA account just for marketing, just purely marketing to the people that are friends with it. Okay, and then I would replace my, put my new AAA account there. So it'll be the biggest AA account. Okay, and then I'll just replace that AA account with a new account. Okay, that way you're funneling traffic to the new AAA account. Okay, get that up to 5,000 people, put that to the side, market with all the AAA accounts, and then create another AAA account and just keep marketing to it. Okay, so say my AAA account. So these are all demonstration ones. So say this one up the top was my AAA account. I'll just delete this. Okay, so say that's my AAA account for weight loss. It's reached 5,000 people. I can't put any more people on it. What I would call this account is weight loss, and then just full. Okay, and then that's just purely a marketing account. I don't have to continue with the 30-day action plan on it. I would take my AA account and call this my AAA account, and now that's where I'm funneling the new traffic to. Okay, Ukbal has said, and all these advanced features can be automated, and in this case, the software will always have to be on, or can we run them in the background? Iqbal, I always just leave the software on, run it in the background. Oh, sorry. So you need to have the software running. Okay, but you can just run it in the background and carry on doing whatever else you want to do on your computer. But the software does need to be running. We're working on a more online piece of software where you can just log in and just have the software running all the time. You just log in, put in your operations. But at this point, the software is offline. So the software has to be running and connected to the internet to actually be sending the messages and carrying out the operations. Okay, David said, I made 3 Facebook products pages like you suggested. I'm not sure what to give away as free products for the follow-up emails. What you can do, Dave, is just create some free, simple content. So, um, one of the things you could do, you've now created 3 Facebook pages. Okay, create a quick, a simple guide to creating a Facebook page. Okay, that's a really simple thing, I know, but a lot of people probably, go and, they've got a business, they go and start, they jump on Facebook, they're wondering, how do I create, the perfect Facebook page? Okay, what you could do is say, okay, I've created my header image, I created my profile image, or you even suggest to them a company, a graphic designer or something that can easily and cheaply create the images for you. Somebody last week showed me one of their pages. They went on Fiverr.com. They paid $5 and got something like 4 different designs back for their opt-in for their opt-in page. Okay, so you can suggest things like that. You can go through the settings, tell people exactly what settings that they should have to optimize the page as well. Give them examples of names for particular niches. Obviously, the page has to be niche specific, keyword specific for that niche. Otherwise, people are never going to find your page. So there's a bunch of different things you can do. You just got to think about what you could give out, what you do know, and what you can give out for free, and what's easy to educate yourself as well. So if I just go to Google, I can find out information, very cheaply or very, pretty much free on the internet. Okay, so I can quickly set up a free guide to how to set up the best Facebook page. Okay, how to set up Facebook page. Okay, Facebook has got. Okay, here's a good one here. So, how to create a Facebook business page. Now, just create a little PDF guide. You can use some of the information in here. Okay. Okay, there's a few videos there. There's another company here that's doing it as well, socialmediaquickstarter.com. Okay, so this is a simple step-by-step guide. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's telling you everything that they need to know about Facebook pages and how to set one up. Okay, the next thing you could do is how to use, paid Facebook traffic or something. And look at all the information here on the side. So getting started, profile page or group, set up your profile. Before you choose your page type, set up your page, timeline for pages. So have a look at that, Dave. Something along those lines might be, something that's really helpful. Okay, Adam has said in one of your training sessions, you showed a format for rotating messages. Can you give us that format again, please? Okay, I'll just go into it now. So this is the format here. I'll just copy and paste that in there. But basically, you're using these little brackets here. I'm not exactly sure what they're called, and you're using these dashes here as well. So each one of these is going to rotate. So for every time this message goes out, it's going to choose either hello, hi, hey, and then it's going to choose either add message, contact, connect. Okay, then it'll say me, please, and then it'll choose either a full stop, an exclamation mark, or a question mark at the end there. Okay, so you can have a look at that. So all you have to do is you can replace any of these words in here. You can even put full phrases in there. Okay, but it's going to rotate between whatever's in here, and you can even put more than This one's got 3 rotating options in there. This one's got 4. You can put as many in there as you like, and that one's got 3 in there as well. So I'll just copy and paste that whole thing straight in there for you. Okay, so where were we at? Okay, Sally's asked a question. Tom, do you spend a lot of time adding content to each of your AA and A accounts beside adding photos when beginning? I don't do any spend. I don't spend any time adding content or anything to those accounts. The only thing I do with those accounts is add people, suggest friends, post wall updates. So post wall updates will be your best thing for marketing with those accounts. But I don't add any extra information on there. Okay, I spend very little time, adding information to them. And if they get blocked or halted or anything like that, then I just delete it, get another one, and just keep moving forward. Okay, Davis asked another question. Should it be a PDF or can I make a video for that? Video is even easier to make, Dave. So you can say put your email in here to watch a free video on creating, Facebook pages, or um, free video guide to step by step creating your Facebook page for your business, optimized for your business. Okay, so there's a you could do a video and um, and a little email or PDF or something. Or you could even create a little web page. Okay, send them to a web page that has something exactly the same as that. Just a website like this. Okay, this is actually a members area, but you can see the free content on there that they've got is pretty really good actually. Okay, and this is teaching people all about all the different social media sites out there. So it's quite a good little website, and it's very simply put. So setting up your profile, setting up your page. I just love how they've got the step 1, 2, 3. It's just really simple and easy to look at. Forgive me, Sudan Su. Could you please send me an email? I'll just put the email in there and just address it to Tom. And just explain exactly what the problem is, and I'll speak to the support staff, and we'll sort it out for you. Okay. Okay. So just make sure you address it to Tom. Okay. Dave said I have Camtasia and can make videos. Is that a good idea? That's a really good idea, Dave. Okay. Camtasia is really easy to use, and it looks pretty professional as well. Dave has asked, if I order more accounts, should they be A accounts? If you order another account package, they're going to be all of the accounts, but you can just replace them yourself, Dave. You can just create an account. I've shown people how to do that before. I believe it's this webinar here where I create accounts. But yeah, very very simple to create an account. Okay, Iqbal's asked a good question. Can I use alternate URLs in one message? So can you have them in the rotating message? Yeah, you can. Just make sure you set it out exactly how I showed you before. So in the software, if we were sending a message, so post wall updates, I could put a different URL in each of these here, and it's going to send a different URL each time out. Okay, so where were we? Sally said WeVideo is another good one to use. I haven't used that one before, but I use Camtasia, and that's quite good as well. But yeah, WeVideo, I'm sure, is a good one as well. Richard has said, is there a feature for suggesting friends? How many should I suggest per day? Yes, you can suggest friends. If you follow the 30-day action plan. Where were we? Okay, if you follow the 30-day action plan, I think it's Operation 3 or 4 is actually you're suggesting friends from the A account to the AA account. And then Operation 7, I believe, you're suggesting friends from the AA account to the AAA account. So watch the video Operation 4. And sorry, how many friends should I do per day? Per account, between I would initially start if it's a brand new account, just do between 3 to 6 friends per day. Okay, so watch this video here. So Operation 4A suggests friends to AA. So I'll just paste that link in there for you, but that's in the members area. Okay, Adam has said, how many messages should I send from one account max without being in trouble? You should only send, if you're sending messages, it depends on how old the account is, how many friends you have, how active the account is. But initially, with a brand new account, again, I wouldn't add more than 3 to 6 people. I wouldn't send more than 3 to 6 messages per day. Okay. But as the account gets older, you can start to send a lot more messages. Yeah, that's correct, Richard. Okay, so I think I've gotten through everybody's questions now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this webinar. I'm going to encode it, upload it. I'll get that other webinar fixed as well. I think, Richard, you pointed that out. I'm not sure what happened there, but I'll make sure that it is working. But I hope you all got a lot out of today. Next week, what I wanted to look at. I know a lot of you use these advanced features along here, but what I might do is do the next 3. So add online friend, remove sent requests, and confirm received requests. But if anybody else has got more stuff that they want me to cover, I will do so. As I said before, just send me a message to the support desk. Just title it webinar topics, and I will prepare for what you want me to do. Just try and do it, by the end of the week, and I'll get it ready for next week. Okay, so looking forward to seeing you all next week. Have a great week.